Hi girlies. Hi guys. Happy Friday. So this specific reel is from a show called Hardly Initiated. Sorry for the noise. Hardly Initiated. And I watch them and I always think that this young man is just speaking from a point of view of like high school, college, because he's always speaking from a point of view of getting validation. So I just want to go through what really triggered me in this. And I don't like to call it triggered, but it's like when I think differently from others and I don't think they should be thinking that way is, I guess, a trigger. But anyways, let's move forward with the video. Here it is.
Men judge men based off their woman. If a guy comes in and his woman is stunning and she looks beautiful and classy, all of a sudden I'm like, what does that guy do?
Facts.
Who is that guy? Now, on the opposite end, if a woman that I feel is showing or showcasing some level of disrespect to her man, I have less respect for that man. That man gets talked about behind his back. That man gets invited to less places. And in fact, depending on the type of men that man has surrounded himself with, including his friends, that woman may even get more advances from people that he called his friends. Now, women have to protect their men. So that level of devotion, so much of it comes down to how she is when he's not around.
So he's talking about women protecting their men in public, the way they show up. And I think he has a point from the way he's looking at life, from his point of view, but I think that's a little immature. I definitely disagree on a woman having to protect her man around his friends. Okay, so the reason I think that's wrong is because men are supposed to be the leader. The woman is supposed to be following the man's lead. So if the man is a secure masculine, he is not a wounded masculine and has all these traumas from the past that he didn't heal, he wouldn't choose a woman that is also wounded that would do these things to him. And also he would be leading. He would set the tone. He would set the tone for what he wants in his relationships also from a woman. So his woman, obviously what the young man said, that, if she shows up beautiful, attractive, kind, he automatically feels that, oh, who is this guy? Like, what does he do? Of course, because that man is leading and the woman feels safe and they chose each other. They're comfortable and it's working. But it's really up to, that man. He has to make that woman feel safe and feminine for her to really show up that way as really, someone who supports his masculinity. So when he says that a woman is supposed to protect her man by being and acting a certain way in public because this man has friends that may hit on her, or he may be getting talked about behind his back by these same friends, he won't get invited to places, that man really needs to work on himself. It is not the woman's fault that he has these things that he needs to really look at and fix when it comes to himself, not only how he projects and how he chooses his partners in life. Okay, so yes, it's important to have a woman who respects you, but it's not a woman's responsibility to protect you in public from what you've already created for yourself. You've created the friends that are disrespectful, that doesn't value good relationships. They see what you attract and want and what you choose in a woman, and all of these things. So that man, it's his responsibility to choose that for himself. So yeah, all in all, this reel was really interesting because, the young man is sitting there and the young man next to him is kind of like looking at him like, on certain points he's making, that's really not mature, and I could see it from a young man's point of view. It's really not mature. It comes from a validation of outside validation of a group. Therefore, that man is not working on himself. So it really, like when he said the woman has to protect the man, the man's woman needs to protect the man. Absolutely not. Okay. When you are in a relationship that you are setting the tone as a man, as a leader, as a masculine, and you are not a wounded masculine, as they call it, you have done your inner work and all of these, your woman shows up as like the cherry on the cake. She just adds this light to you, you know? So young men need to realize there's levels to this. When you're young, you're in your 20s, you are, some men, obviously, like this young man, are insecure and they're searching through life for where they fit in as a man and how they're going to be validated by their peers. The money they have, the cars they have, the shows they have, how many followers they have, how smart they think they sound. You know, those things are a growth. It's needed for growth for that type of man, a young man that is insecure. But that's not really what should be happening. You know, I could see it in the other gentleman next to him that he's a little bit more like secure and he's probably having more success in dating. He's actually almost engaged to the woman he's with, from what I know. So there's differences in security when it comes to men, and this really shows in this clip. When it comes to masculine and feminine energy, it's a big deal now. There's a big shift happening, you know, even with the men. The men are now posting on social media how the little things they do for their women that I would never see last year or the year before that. Opening the door. We've seen, you know, content men making, opening the door, highlighting what insecure men do that, you know, makes them look a certain way. So I see the shift in some men that actually are in relationships, that they're speaking out of what men should do and what they should show up as a masculine to a woman, to a feminine woman. Okay. And I speak to femininity. I speak to women on my page, plus masculine, plus men. You know, I think men could learn things from women and so on. So it makes me really happy to share these things with both men and women who are looking for clarity on where they stand and what should be happening when it comes to their relationships with the opposite sex. It's so much more easier if a man takes the lead and take care of a woman, and the vice versa. If a woman leans back and let the man take care of her, let the man lead the way, and just being in her feminine will boost the energy of the relationship, the life of the relationship, the energy of that man, the success of that man to the top, you know. So it's really just a really simple thing, learning to do as a feminine and a masculine, to just show up in your true energy. So I'm so happy to do this for you guys. I hope you get something from this comparison in this reel of what a mature masculine and an immature masculine will bring to the table when it comes to his perception on what women should be doing, how women should be showing up compared to putting the responsibility on that man and saying how he should show up. Yes, in this reel, he did say this man should be doing this or shouldn't be doing this, or this is how this man is getting disrespected because of this woman. It's not obviously because of the woman. It's because of the person. It's because of the man. So yes, I will continue to talk more about certain reels, and you could send some to me if you want me to discuss what's going on in the masculine or feminine energy, or just anything, just the maturity of the male, or the, you know, whatever you need. All right. So ladies, keep showing up in your feminine, and I do coaching. You can go to coachingbyelizabeth.com if you would like to set up a first-time appointment or set up some sessions with me, and stay feminine in 2024. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.